Bismillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul uqdatan min lisani yafqahu qawli. Rabbi yassir wa la tuassir wa tammim bil khair. In this exercise, we will learn about at-tahdhir. At-tahdhir means warning. So when we want to warn somebody about something, then this expression is used as we discussed in the handouts. Iyaka wa dhanna. In fact, it's a combination of iyaka plus waw, and then after waw, the noun that follows it will be mansub. Iyaka wa dhanna, beware of assumption. هذا التحذير, this is warning. وهو تنبيه المخاطب. تنبيه المخاطب. So تنبيه, as we can see, is from number 2. نبه ينبه تنبيها. That means to notify or to draw the attention. So وهو تنبيه المخاطب, and it is drawing the attention of the addressee, the person who is being addressed. مخاطب. Is this اسم الفاعل or اسم المفعول? مخاطب. Yes. اسم المفعول. Excellent. When we have a noun that starts with dhamma and the second last root letter has fatha, that means it is اسم المفعول. Perfect. So وهو تنبيه المخاطب على أمر مكروه. So this is basically drawing the attention or notifying the person على about أمر, an action, makruhin, that is hated. Kariha yakrahu fahuwa karihun. So karihun is ismul fa'il and makruhun is ismul maf'ul. So makruhun, something that is hated or something that is detested. So an action that is unliked or that is hated, liyajtanibahu, to avoid it. So basically, it's a warning that is given to the person to prevent him or to save him from something bad happening to that person. لِيَجْتَنِبَهُ. Ijtanaba, yajtanibu, ijtanaban, to prevent. Li, what kind of li is this? When we have li and the mudari after that has fatha, that means this is lamut ta'lil. Lamut ta'lil is used to give a reason. So it's liyajtani ba. So it was basically liyajtani bu, but as we know that because of li, that bu has changed into ba. Liyajtani bahu, in order to avoid him or to protect him from something bad happening to that person. Waha'a amthilatan lahu. Okay, what about this expression ha'a? What does it mean? And why the noun after this is mansub? Come on. Ha'a means khudh. It means take. So this is ismul fail. Ismul fail means this is basically a noun that does the job of the verb. So ha'a amthilatan. So this is fail plus file. It's like khudh, take. Amthilatan, examples lahu, for this. Waha umuqra'u kitabiyah. As you remember, we have discussed this, that for singular it is ha'a, for two it will be ha'u, and for more than two it will be ha'um. Ha'u muqra'u kitabiyah. Inni dhanantu. Yes, so if you just continue the verses, anni malaqin hisabiyah, so you continue the verses of the Quran. So please remember these small things. We have been discussing about them for a long time. So it means take. So these are the examples for you. Iyaka wal kilaba ya bunayya. Oh my son, beware of dogs. So as we can see over here, Iyaka wa, and after that the noun is mansub. So this construction means beware of dogs. Ya bunayya, oh my son. This is a beautiful expression that has been used in the Quran as well. When Luqman alayhi salam said to his son, Ya bunayya, la tushrik billahi shayya, inna shirka la dhulmun adhimun. So Ya bunayya and Ya abati, these are two expressions that are used out of love in the Quran. So Ya bunayya is used for the son, and ya abati is used for the father. So for singular masculine, iyaka, and of course for the plural masculine, it will be iyakum. Wal kilaba, ya abnai, O my sons, beware of dogs, and iyaki for singular feminine, ki as we know, wal kilaba, ya binti, O my daughter, be careful or beware of the dogs, and for the feminine plural, it will be iyakunna, wal kilaba, ya banati, O my daughters, be careful of the dogs or beware of the dogs. So as we know, kuma, normally the sheikh in these books has avoided the dual because there will be a one complete lesson that is designated for the dual. So normally the sheikh has focused on singular masculine and then the plural masculine and singular feminine and the plural feminine, because these happen a lot in the language or in the Quran, whereas dual is used but not a lot. So if we have the dual, what are we going to use for the dual? Let me check your knowledge if you remember or not. Come on, iya.
إياكما كما
Santi, iyakuma. Perfect. Iyakuma wal kilaba. Yeah. So it's bunayya is one son, and so ibnun, so ibnani, so yeah, ibna.
ابن
Yeah, okay, excellent. Perfect. And what do we use for the feminine if we have two?
إياكما again.
Perfect. It's the same. Iyakuma, ya bintiya, or ya. If we have two, so ibnatun and abanati, we can also use two daughters as well. Perfect. And now we have Ya Aliyu, Iyaka wa hadha al-walada. So, O Ali, beware of this boy or this boy, yeah. فَإِنَّهُ كَذَّابٌ. Indeed, he is a liar. Iyaki wal kasala ya Zainabu. O Zainab, be careful of laziness. Yani beware of laziness. Don't be lazy. So for Ali, we have Iyaka, and for Zainab, we have Iyaki. And then we have the we are talking to many persons or like to men, so we say iyakum wa tadkhina, beware of smoking, fa innahu, indeed it is sababun or sababu, a reason, amradin muhlikatin, of fatal diseases, as it is a reason of diseases that destroy, or it is a reason of destructive diseases. So amradin muhlikatin, why are they majroor? Please tell me quickly. A noun can be majroor for two reasons. What are those two reasons?
مضاف مضاف إليه.
Perfect.
مضاف إليه.
Sababu is mudaf and amradin is mudaf ilayh, and muhlikatin is the adjective of amradin. Perfect. Excellent. And if we have harf jar, and the noun after harf jar will be majroor, as we can see over here, ala amrin makruhin. So the noun can be majroor only for two reasons. Number one, when it comes after harf jar, and number two, when it is used as mudaf ilayh. Perfect. Iyakunna wa hadhihi al-majallati ya akhawati. Oh, my daughters, beware of these magazines. قال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم إياكم والحسد. Beware of jealousy. فإن الحسد يأكل الحسنات. Indeed, jealousy eats up all the good deeds. كما, as تأكل eats up النار. As we know, nar is feminine in Arabic. That's why the verb that is used for nar is تأكل. As the fire eats up al-hataba, the woods, or we can say the firewood. So beware of jealousy, as jealousy eats up all the good deeds, as the fire eats up the firewood. Hatab. Do you remember any verse of the Quran? وَامْرَأَتُهُ حَمَّالَةَ الْحَطَبِ فِي جِيدِهَا حَبْلٌ مِّن مَّسَدٍ. You remember that? The wife of Abu Lahab. Excellent. وقال عليه الصلاة والسلام إياكم والجلوس بالطرقات. Don't sit in the streets. And just don't cut the ways of the persons who are walking on the roads. Beware of doing this. Especially in the Jahiliyyah, people used to do that. They used to sit on the streets or on the turuqat, is basically the roads or the streets or the passage where the people pass by. وقال صلى الله عليه وسلم وإياكم ومحدثات الأمور. Okay, so here we have kasra. Why? Why not fatha?
Is filul amr.
No.
Ustad, because that is Jammul Muannas. And
Excellent. Perfect. Yeah. Ahsanti. So it will be muhdathatun. Okay. Muhdathatun when it is marfu'. When it is majroor or when it is mansub, it will be muhdathatin. Please remember one example. Muslimatun, muslimatin, muslimatin. So Muslimatun is marfu, but majroor comes on the same pattern and mansub comes on the same pattern when we talk about feminine plural. So it is mansub, mahallan mansub. Even though we have alamatul kasra, but this is mahallan mansub. Why? Because after wa iyyakum or iyyakum wa, so after this construction, we always have a noun that is mansub. So everywhere it is mansub, but here it is also mansub, but this is mansub bil kasra. You need to be careful about these things. Muhdathat al umuri. So this is mudaf ilayh. That basically means inventing new things in Islam. أحدث يحدث إحداثا فهو محدث. Muhdith ism al-fa'il and muhdath is ism al-maf'ul. Something that has been invented in the Islam, something that is not proven from Quran and Sunnah, and it is just invented by the people. So the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam gave us a very clear warning that be careful of inventing new things in Islam. Why? فإنها, indeed they are ضلالة, a clear misguidance. ضل يضل ضلالة, they are misguidance. So beware of inventing new things in Islam as they are misguidance. Okay, now kawin, as we know, this is from number 2. Kawana yukawinu takwinan, and to form, to make. Kawin, make. Amthilatan, examples. So this is fi'l al-amr. للتحذير, for the warning. مستعملا, by using al-kalimati al-atiyata, the following words. Now can you see over here? Al-kalimati has kasra, and the sifa that we have used for al-kalimati is with fatha. Why is that? Because both of them are mansub. Both of them are mansub. However, this is mansub bil kasra, and this is the regular form of the mansub, as we know that it always comes with fatha. Kalimat is the plural of kalimatun, kalimatun, kalimatin, kalimatin. So tun, tin, tin. So this is basically al kalimati. This is basically mansub. So it should be al kalimata al atiyata, but we cannot do it as the way we want to do it. We have to follow what we have in the Arabic language. So in Arabic it is mansub bil kasra. Did you get the idea? I hope so. Okay. So now we have as-sufuru ya akhawati. So as-sufuru is basically unveiling or not covering the face. So someone wants to tell the sisters or the daughters that beware of uncovering your faces. Akhawati, my sisters. So what should be the tahdhir?
Iyaki.
إياكن.
Iyaki.
لا, it's أخواتي, sisters. إياكن والسفورة يا أخواتي. Oh my daughters, beware of unveiling or not covering your faces. So that means for the sisters and the daughters and the mothers, and they must cover their faces. Al-kadhibu ya Uthmanu, beware of lying. So you want to talk to Uthman, so you will say Iyaka wal kadhiba ya Uthmanu, because Uthman is singular masculine, so we say Iyaka wal kadhiba ya Uthmanu. Al hasadu ya Azzata. Yes. Oh, in fact, ya Azzatu. Yes. Iya.
Iyakil hasad.
Iyaki
Ya
wal hasada ya Azzatu. Yeah. Beware of jealousy, oh Azza. النميمة يا أخويا. أخويا. What does that mean?
It's dual Ustad.
Excellent.
So,
My two brothers. It was basically akhawani, akhawaini, akhawaini. So it was akhawaini. Because of ya, it has to be mansub. And then we have ya al mutakallim. So the combination of two yas, we know that when we have two yas together, we put them into one and then we put tashdid. Excellent. An namima is basically gossip or dangerous or malicious gossip. So beware of malicious gossip. Oh, my two brothers.
إياكما.
أحسنتي إياكما والنميمة يا أخويا. Oh, my two brothers, beware of gossiping. النزول من الحافلة وهي تسير يا أطفال. So you want to say, oh children, do not get down from the bus when it is moving.
إياكم.
أطفال. So إياكم. Perfect. إياكم والنزول من الحافلة وهي تسير يا أطفال. So don't get down from the bus when it is moving. التبرج يا بنتي. التبرج is basically showing off, unveiling someone again, or like showing kind of in a way that is not acceptable in the parts of the body. Yes, التبرج يا بنتي.
إياكي.
Iyaki. Is it binti or is it bin? Yeah, it's binti, right?
بنتي.
So
بنتي.
if it's
بنتي.
bintayya, it's binti, right? I think in some books
Yes.
it's bintayya. So if it's bintayya, then ta should have fatha, and then it should be with tashdid. Oh, my two daughters. So it depends. In this case, it's binti, right? Binti, oh my daughter. So iyaki wat tabarruja, oh my, ya binti. But if it's two daughters, then it will be ya bintayya.
إياكما.
Yeah. So iyakuma wat tabarruja, ya bintayya. So it's singular. Sorry, Isa, as we discussed in the beginning. If it is singular, it will be iyaki, and if it is dual, then it will be iyakuma. So as we changed it over here. Then it says al bid'atu ayyuhal muslimuna. Beware of bid'ah, O Muslims.
إياكم.
Kum,
والبدعة
yeah, brothers, Muslim brothers. But when we say iyakum, it includes both. Please be careful, brothers and sisters. Iyakum wal bid'ata ya ayyuhal muslimuna. O Muslims, beware of bid'ah. Yani again, inventing new things in Islam. Muslimuna, when we say Muslimuna, it includes brothers and sisters. We have discussed about this many times. Innama yakdibu. Indeed, or he is only lying. Innama asluha. Its original form is inna. So originally it's inna. Ittasalat biha ma az-za'idatu. So what happens? An extra ma is connected to it. وتسمى, and it is called سمى يسمي تسمية. تسمى is اسم مفعول. It is basically passive. وتسمى هذه ما الكافة, and it is called ma of prevention. كف يكف means to prevent, and kafa, as we know that this is masdar, so it will be considered as ma of prevention. لأنها, because it تكف prevents inna anil amali. It prevents inna from doing its action. Now quickly please tell me, what is the action of inna? What does it do in a sentence?
مبتدأ will be منصوب.
Excellent.
اسمه إنان خبر.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Perfect. It comes with a nominal sentence with
Nominal
jumla ismiya, and it changes mubtada into mansub. Inna Allaha ala kulli shayin qadir. Yeah. But when we have ma connected to that, which is ma al kaffa, then it stops or prevents the amal of inna. That means after inna, the noun can be marfu. That's possible. It's not, because the action of, or the impact of inna has been stopped. تدخل إنما على الجملتين. It enters on two sentences or two types of sentences. الإسمية والفعلية. So it comes with both nominal sentence and verbal sentence. نحو, for example, إنما الصدقات للفقراء. So indeed, and the sadaqat are only for the poor people. So as-sadaqatu, what kind of sentence or what kind of word is this? It's a noun, right? So it's a nominal sentence as we see. So as-sadaqatu will be mubtada and lil fuqara will be khabar. So as we have seen that it can be used with a nominal sentence. And also innamal a'malu bin niyat, indeed the actions are by the intentions. And then we have with the verbal sentence as we can see over here, innama ya'muru masajid Allahi, and the mosques of Allah are to be maintained. Amara ya'muru, to be maintained. Man amana, by those who believe in Allah. Amana yu'minu imanan, in billahi, in Allah, wal yawmil akhiri, and the day of judgment. So the mosques of Allah are only to be maintained by those, only to be maintained. Why do we have only? Because of innama, as it gives the meaning of only, are only to be maintained by those who believe in Allah and the last day or the day of judgment. So we can see over here that it comes with a nominal sentence, al-amalu bin niyat, and ya'muru starts with a verbal sentence, and it can also come with the verbal sentence. Also, it says tufidu. The second benefit of innama is also very, very important. Do you remember the second benefit of innama? I told you in the beginning. Tufidu, it gives the benefit, or tufidu innama. Innama gives the benefit of ta'yina. Ayyana yu'ayyinu ta'yinan, to specify. It gives the meaning of specification. In other words, it gives the meaning of emphasis. It is also used for the purpose of emphasis. Inna is used for emphasis, and innama is also used for emphasis. So if a sentence is like a regular normal nominal sentence or verbal sentence, when we use innama with that, then it becomes emphatic sentence. وَيُوجِبُ إِثْبَاتَ الْحُكْمِ الْمَذْكُورِ. But the thing is that it should only come with the sentences that are affirmative. Ithbat, athbata yuthbitu ithbatan, we have discussed that it means just to be positive. Al-hukm, the ruling. Al-madhkuri, that the sentence has to be positive. وَنَفْيَ غَيْرِ هَذِي الْحُكْمِ anhu, and the negative sentence is not included in its ruling. So what's the ruling? The ruling is that after innama, the sentence has to be a positive or affirmative sentence, and it should not be a negative sentence. فَقَوْلَنَا, and when we say إِنَّمَا هُوَ مُهَنْدِسٌ, indeed he is an engineer, or he is only an engineer. يُفِيدُ أَنَّهُ مُهَنْدِسٌ فَقَط, so it gives the meaning that he is only an engineer. وَلَيْسَ فِيهِ صِفَةٌ أُخْرَى, and he does not have any other quality. So that means he is only an engineer. So innama gives the meaning of, or gives the purpose of emphasis. So something that becomes more emphatic when we use innama. So innama stops the amal of inna. That's number one. And number two, it is used for emphasis. And the word that is used for emphasis in Arabic is called hasrun. Hasrun. So this is sad. I hope it's clear. Hasrun, yani, is to specify something. So it's basically about the use of innama, as we can see over here. And the next, so this part is clear about innama. Any questions about innama? Innama antum tullabun jayyiduna. Indeed, you are amazing students. Does that make sense?
Jazakallah.
Wayyakum. Okay, now we have the use of wallahi. As we know that wallahi is used for oath, and waw is basically here waw al-jarra. This is harf jar. Why it is harf jar? Because the ending has become majroor. So the whole combination of waw and the word that is majroor, wallahi, gives the meaning of oath. So wallahi laqad farihtu kathiran. Wallahi, by Allah, I am indeed very happy. Huna farihtu kathiran, jawabul qasami. So we know that wallahi is qasam, and laqad farihtu kathiran is jawabul qasam. Okay. What if we don't have wallahi over here? what if I have the sentence لقد فرحت كثيرا? What does that mean?
لقد
That means wallahi is mahdhuf. I gave you the example from the Quran. لقد كان لكم في رسول الله أسوة حسنة. So whenever in the Quran you find laqad, please remember that laqad is always jawab al-qasam and qasam is mahdhuf. So that means qasam has been dropped. So in the Quran, please remember, whenever you have laqad and after laqad we have positive sentence, not a negative sentence, that means this is jawab al-qasam and wallahi is mahdhuf. إذا كان جواب القسم جملة فعلية مثبتا. So if jawab al-qasam is jumla fi'liya, if it's a verbal sentence, muthbatun, it's a positive affirmative sentence, musaddaratun, and it starts bifi'lin madin with the past tense. So what are the things that we should have jawab al-qasam? It should be a sentence. What kind of sentence? A verbal sentence. Positive or negative? Positive. Starting with
positive.
what? Yeah, starting with what? Starting with past tense. So if it's a verbal sentence, it's a affirmative sentence, and if it starts with the past tense, ukkida billami waqad. So then in that case, it has to be confirmed that it will start with lam and qad. So it will be the combination of laqad. So basically these are two things. One is lam and the other is qad. And kama fi qawlihi ta'ala, as it is in the Quran, والتين والزيتون وطور سينين وهذا البلد الأمين. So this is verse number 1, 2, 3, and verse number 2, and this is number 3. لقد خلقنا الإنسان في أحسن تقويم. And so indeed we have created man in the best possible form. So here لقد is used for emphasis. After that we have the past tense. Okay, it's the positive, and it starts with the past tense, and it's a affirmative sentence. So is something missing over here? Is something mahdhuf? لقد خلقنا الإنسان is جواب القسم. Where is قسم? Wallahi, it is what? It is mahdhuf. It is mahdhuf. Lughatul hadf. If you remember, I told you one day that this is also called Lughatul hadf, that most of the times, most of the ideas are being dropped. And that is the beauty of the Arabic language. So in the Quran, we don't find, I think, an example like this where we have the combination of wallahi and after that we have laqad. However, in Arabic or in the examples that we can see over here, we can use both of them together, and that is for the purpose of emphasis. Please remember that qasam and jawab al-qasam are very important, and inshallah we will discuss them in detail in one of the lessons that are going to follow. اجعل make كل جملة, each of the sentences, مما يأتي جوابا للقسم. Remember over here, what do we have to do? We have to make every sentence jawab للقسم. So qasam is there and we have to make jawab al-qasam. فرحت بزيارتك. I am happy for you visiting me. So wallahi لقد فرحت بزيارتك. Yeah, so we will make it like this. Wallahi, laqad farihtu bi ziyaratika. I am, by Allah, I am very happy and that you visited me. Qulta li hakadha. He said to me like this. So you want to say, Wallahi, he said like this to me. Yes. Wallahi, laqad qulta li hakadha. Wallahi, you said to me something like this. So ra'aytuhu fi suqi. I saw him in the market. So you want to say, Wallahi, I saw him in the market. Yeah, wallahi laqad ra'aytuhu fi suqi. Okay, now please, one thing about wallahi, it's a very unfortunate that in the Arab culture they use it a lot for everything. Every now and then it is used, but let's be careful that we do not use this a lot, because wallahi is taking oath, and taking oath is not something small. And whoever takes oath other than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, faqad ashraka, as we have discussed in the past as well. So whenever we need to take an oath, may Allah protect us, we must take an oath only in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, not like the oath in the name of the son or the father or any of the family members or any of the creations. Only oath is for the creator, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Amsa, amsayna. So amsa is asbahna wa asbah al mulku lillah. Similarly, we have adhkar al-subah and we have adhkar al-masa. So whenever we have the adhkar of what did I say? Adhkar al-subah and adhkar
Masha.
al-masa. Yeah. So whenever we have evening adhkar, we start most of the verses or most of the adhkar with amsayna wa amsal mulku lillah. So amsa min akhawati kana. It's from the sisters of kana. Similarly, it's from the sisters of asbaha. تقول you say أمسيت مريضا أي أدركني المساء وأنا مريض يعني when I entered the evening or when the evening time approached I became sick. So I became sick in the evening, you want to say basically. So أدخل أمسى على الجمل الآتية. So now we have to use أمسى with the following sentences. الجو معتدل. The weather is moderate. Now you want to say in the evening the weather became moderate.
أمس الجو
أمس
المعتدل.
الجو معتدل.
Are you sure? Should it be jawu or jawa? Jawu, okay. So it's the sister of kana. Remember one
Kana
example.
sister.
Kana Allahu
Yes.
aliman hakima. Okay, but there is a mistake. So amsal jawu. What about mu'tadil? Shouldn't it be mu'tadilan? Yes, perfect. Because ismu
معتدلا.
amsa or ismu kana will be marfu' and khabaru amsa will be mansub. Excellent. Okay. نحن متعبون. We are tired. Una, ina. I can give you the hint.
أمسينا متعبين.
MashaAllah, tabarakallah. Perfect. Yeah. أمسينا متعبين. So we entered the evening and we were tired, in a state of being tired. Okay. Perfect. المريضة ضعيفة. The sick person is weak. So we want to say she became sick in the evening.
Yes. أمست
Yes.
المريضة
ضعيفة.
ضعيفة.
Perfect. أمست
ضعيفة.
المريضة ضعيفة. So the sick lady became weak in the evening. In the evening. And now we have a very beautiful verse of the Quran. I always try my level best to bring a verse of the Quran so that we can relate it and we can understand like why we are learning it. فَسُبْحَانَ اللَّهِ حِينَ تُمْسُونَ وَحِينَ تُصْبِحُونَ. So proclaim Allah's purity free from shirk, when you see the evening and when you see the morning. Okay, now we have a beautiful construction over here. Subhanallah. Okay, now you need to know three things about Subhanallah. Number one, it is always used as mudaf ilayh. Fine, we can see Subhan is mudaf and Ismul Jalala is mudaf ilayh. That's number one. Number two, why Subhana is mansub and you will always find it to be mansub. Why is that? Lughatul hadf. So something is mahdhuf. So if you say Subhanallah, for example, you are doing the adhkar in the evening or adhkar after the prayer. So when you say a singular person, you say Subhanallah. So basically you say Usabbihu Subhanallah. I proclaim that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is free from shirk. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is free from all the impurities of the dunya. He is free from all the defects. So when one person says Subhanallah, so he means Usabbihu Subhanallah. So inshallah, next time when you are saying Subhanallah, just think about that I say Subhanallah, you will inshallah understand it more. Usabbihu Subhanallah. So why it is mansub? Sabbaha yusabbih. Usabbihu is fail plus file and Subhana is maf'ul bihi, and maf'ul bihi is always mansub. Usabbihu Subhanallah, it is for the singular or for one person. If we are a group and we say Subhanallah, so we mean Nusabbihu Subhanallah. Subhanallah. Okay. But in the Quran, this is with respect to the creation. This is with respect to us, the human beings. Okay, but when we, with respect to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when we recite it in the Quran, that means Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is giving us order that Fasubhanallah, so proclaim Allah's purity. Purity from what? From shirk. So tumsuna is basically tumsi, tumsiyani, tumsuna. So this is when you enter the evening. Wa tusbihuna, tusbihu, tusbihani, tusbihuna. So here, when it is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that means this is failul amr. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling us for the singular it will be sabbih subhanallahi. Sabbih subhanallahi for the singular person, and for all of us, because we are all addressee, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is addressing to all of us, all the human beings, jinn and all the creations. So for us it will be sabbihu subhanallahi, sabbihu subhanallahi. So here fasubhanallahi hina tumsuna wa hina tusbihun, here which context or which construction has been used, or which construction should we think has been used in the Quran? It's from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So when it is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, this is an order, yes. So it is sabbihu subhanallahi. So it is sabbihu fa subhanallahi hina tumsuna wa hina tusbihun. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling us, so proclaim, as this is an order, so proclaim Allah's purity from shirk when you see the evening and when you see the morning. Wallahi, inshallah, I'm very sure that these are such beautiful, small, amazing details. I'm not claiming that you will not find them anywhere, but alhamdulillah, this is one of the beauties of learning and teaching. I'm also learning so many things that I come across these ideas, and I like to share with you so that whenever you recite the Quran, you appreciate the beauty of the Arabic language, and also you make dua for me and my family as well.
Inshallah. Jazakallah khair, Ustad, for us.
وإياكم. So yeah, alhamdulillah. So these small things and details are very, very important. They play a very important role. And inshallah, whenever you say subhanallah by yourself, you say usabbihu subhanallah. And whenever you are reciting in the Quran, subhanallah amma tushrikun, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is free from all the defects that you associate with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So when you recite in the Quran, inshallah, you will enjoy it. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa ant astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Jazakallah khair.
وإياكم.